Alright, update on UMA. So this is the first video I've done on this coin. I've just booted this chart up. Now, what I've noticed is every time we do put in a absolutely parabolic jump like this, let's just measure this first. So, in the past 2 days, we've almost done a 2x, which is pretty insane considering the market cap of this fully diluted is 1 billion, I believe. What I did want to point out to you is if we do zoom out, there's a few warning signs that I want to say to you. So number one, if we look at the RSI, it does maybe look like we could have a little bit of more room to the upside, at least in the next day. But this is really a warning sign video. So if we look at the RSI, I mean the RSI went from 30 to 80 in literally 1 day. So I mean that is really insane. That is very unhealthy. Whenever we do this on the RSI, we turn up, we go extremely high. Normally only lasts like a few days before we fall off the table. So that is warning sign number one. Warning sign number two is the volume. Now, by itself, I mean, this volume does look great. It looks absolutely amazing. But if we do look at previous times when we've had this volume, if we look here, this huge pump, which is very similar, this started 1, 2, 3 days, and we're currently in the second day of this pump. So on here we basically had 2 massive days of green volume candles followed by an absolute fall off the table. So in the other time, quite recently, when we had a huge pump, if we take a measured move of this was just a 1x move, but you can see that we had 2 huge green volume candles. And obviously coming into today, we do have kind of 2 huge volume candles stepping in already. So what I'd like to see for this coin, personally, for me, I'm not buying this coin. I do believe that, we're near a top for this coin just because, of what I've said with the RSI, it looks way too overextended, and the volume normally only puts in 2 days of big volume candles like this before it falls off the table. So I'd say at best, this coin maybe has another 1 or 2 days to rally, 1 day being conservative, maybe kind of 2 days is pushing it. So what to look for if we are going to continue a rally and just reverse from here. Now there's 2 different things that I'd personally like to hold. I do find the first one kind of unlikely to hold, and that is the 200-day moving average coming in at basically $10, $10.30. So the second level that I would like to see us hold is the 618 here. Now the 618 of this micro move is 770, so from where we are now we could see like a 32% drop before we do go off to the races, and I do kind of think this is somewhat likely because when we have had these rallies before from here, we did backtest the in this one we actually backtested the 786 before going higher. In this move here, if we take from the low to the high before we went up, we backtested the 618 in this move. In this move as well, before we went massively parabolic, we also backtested the 618. So every time we have gone massively parabolic, pretty much we've come back and backtested the 618. I don't think I can find an example of when we have gone absolutely parabolic and haven't backtested the 618. So, if this is a trend reversal, so be it. Let's see what happened this time. So, if we take it from the absolute low to here, you can see once again another backtest of the 618. So, in the micro term, what I'd be looking for if we are going to see bullish continuation is, we'd really need to hold the 618 at 760. If we do hold it, at which point, we can start talking about, blowing up to the upside, potentially retesting all-time highs, which are up here at 45. Personally, I don't really see it likely. For me, the risk-adjusted returns of entering this coin right now are way too high, simply because we've already gone up 2x. The RSI is massively overextended. I mean, the RSI is two days. It's taken 2 days to go from 30 to like 80. So personally, I think the move is close to being done or already done. If we haven't topped out, so be it. We would need to hold either the 200-day or the 618. If we lose that, then worst case scenario, a retest of 620 is where we need to hold. If we do lose 620, I probably just see us falling off the table and returning to or making new lows at that point. So that's pretty much all I see for this coin. This is more of a warning sign, just because if we do look at the RSI and the volume, every time we do kind of put in these big volume candles, it is pretty much the move is over. So, you know, I reckon we have another couple of days in this move at max before we do come back and test the 618. If we do lose the 618, I probably find it quite likely that we're at least going to be returning to 440. So I'm sitting on the sidelines for altcoins. I'm definitely sitting on the sidelines for UMA. But yeah, that's all I see for UMA today. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.